Tigers.
Two rather portly gentlemen being used as battering rams to go through that banner in Johnny Ronaldson and Rex Hunt.
Number 14 out there, I think, might be Bruce Tempany. Not in the program. Let's say. Premiership captain there, number 3, Roger Dean. Still looking pretty fit too. There's City Jackson leading the Blues out. City Jackson leading them out with Alex Marcoux, Mario Bortolotto, David Dixon, and Barras dragging the chain just a little. You better sing the Carlton song for us, David.
I'm not sure that I know the words. Ian Robertson unable to get a pair of boots to fit him, unfortunately, playing in white-soled shoes.
There's the buzz. Peter Bazzasto at the back there with Trevor Keogh, the Carlton runner today, the senior side.
Ronnie Alcatel, number 41, sorry. Barry Mulcair, 35. Jeff Southby in picture at 20.
Almost a slower lap, getting into the spirit of things, the Carlton cheer squad. Now, there's a couple of interesting fellas. There's Bernie Quinlan just getting the tap. Goal umpire Bernie Quinlan, super boot, of course, who won the Brownlow medal in 1981 with Barry Round. And Peter McKenna, the Collingwood champion, full forward, just moving out of the right of the picture. There's Peter. And they're waving the flags. Today's big game. Ian Robinson going to be the field umpire for today's match. Just waiting for players to line up, the anthem and the tossing of the coin. Peter McKenna and Bernie Quinlan. I think he might, Pete.
Hey, B, the little champ.
He might be the only goal umpire who's ever commentated on the game during the course of the play, I think, David.
Perhaps we need a microphone down there and to get their comments as the ball sails over their heads.
Richmond players, very could you come over and line up in number order, please? I'll hand over to Chris Pavlar now to introduce the entire Carlton side in number order. Over to you, Chris.
Okay, Jeff Richardson just advising the fans that the Blues are going to be named by Chris Pavlow in jumper order.
Chris Pavlow, a former player with the Blues.
There's the big wow. Up he goes.
Now assistant coach and reserves coach at St Kilda. Currently chairman of selectors at Carlton.
2 number 4s. Peter Bazzasto.
Chandler, Peter Fife, Dougie Baird, Paul O'Brien, too. Barry Mulcair. Chris has forgotten his players. Daryl Dunlop. Who? Mick Zawanetti. Tony Zawanetti. It's Tony, not Mick.
Cameron Schwab, General Manager of the Richmond Football Club. Thanks, Ken. First of all, the captain, Roy Carr. Johnny Ronaldson. Emma Dunn.
I had to help him.
Rick Hunt.
Oh, he's done a hammy. He has too, I think.
Wayne Moss.
Rex has pulled a hammy.
Five. Michael Roach.
Rex is still looking fit. Bondi.
Laurie Gower. Ronan McGee. Paul Richardson.
It's looking to play, isn't it?
Bruce Timpany.
It is Bruce Timpany.
Ryan Wood. No, Jimmy Jess. Mike Perry. Barry Rawlings.
Bugsy Barrett.
Billy Barrett.
Eric Fleet.
Bugsy.
Cameron Clayton. Graham Bergen. Jim Stonehouse. Kevin Bartlett. Roger Dean. Barry Cameron. Ricky McLean. Francis Burke.
There's Kevin Sheedy.
Frankie Messina. David Cloak.
Graham Landy next.
Ryan Landy. Peter Loughlin. Kevin Morris. Mervyn Kane.
And Owen.
Ian Owen.
Well, no interview with the Richmond Football Club. Great day at Essendon would be complete without the man himself, Tommy Hafey, coach of 4 Richmond Premiership sides in their golden era. Good to see you here, Tom.
Good on you, Rex.
You're looking pretty good. You're swimming in Port Phillip Bay amongst all those crabs and oil slicks.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I won't be playing today.
You won't be playing. A few of the guys, are you a little bit shocked to see the condition they've let themselves go over the last 20 years, Tom?
Well, it might be the start of something new, I think. I think there might be a couple of them might have a look at themselves, but a lot of boys are in good shape, in my opinion.
I saw Graham Bond and Ian Owen walked in. It was just like turning the clock back 20 years. It's always like me having hair again, Tom.
Well, there's quite a few boys that have been pretty keen. I know Billy Barrett's been very keen to do well, and we've said that got a drop kick. That's one of the important parts of it. I think everybody would be loving to see Billy with his great drop kicks and things like that.
Before I let you go and get on with the day's festivities, the fact is that so many of your charges have turned into top-class league coaches. That must give you a real buzz.
Very, very pleasing. In fact, 3 of the players who were in the finals, which is John Northey, Michael Malthouse, Kevin Sheedy, were players who came from Richmond in the period that we had so much success. So I do get a buzz out of seeing that.
Well, no day of the Richmond Footy Club would be complete without Mr. T-shirt himself, Tommy Hafey, a living legend.
Here they come.
Here comes the first shot over now in the Richmond colours. A big hand for him, please.
Look at this, right in the middle of the ground. Beautiful. Oh, perfect landing. Perfect landing, right in the circle. So you got the footy. Here he comes.
And the second shot over on his way in now. A big hand for him, please.
And the Carlton colours. No. The national colours. Oh, look at this. Into the circle again. Beautiful.
You've come up in the World City. One captain of the legends.
You're the away team, so you get the call, right?
Okay, I'll back the edge. Kalgoorlie knows.
Tails it is. So this one's going to be tough.
Good luck. Down that way.
Okay, toss of the coin. City Jackson shakes hands with Ian Robinson. large interchange bench for both sides. Comfortable seats. I think the boys would break the bench.
Francis Burke on Ian Robertson. That's a duel that has been replayed for many years bygone.
Graham Bond there with Barry Cameron, Frankie DiMartina on the Richmond bench. Ian Owen.
In weight may well get the job on David Cloak.
Bruce Tempany.
Bruce DOULL definitely will pick up Royce Hart. And Jeff Southey might have the unenviable task of picking up Ricky McLean.
Well, the ball about to be bounced. Who's barracking for Carlton? And who's barracking for Richmond?
The Ghost JESS going on.
Dixon's playing on Nicky Clay. Brian Wood's going to play on Quirky. Okay. Ian Robinson about to bounce the ball. You see Ian Robertson of Carlton and Francis Burke playing on this wing. On the members' side.
You can see some key matchups already.
Carlton kicking to the goal to our right. Richmond to the left. Jeff Southby at fullback for Carlton on Ricky McLean. not standing too close for the start of the game. Couldn't blame him for that, although nice to see Ricky with a smile on his face.
Bruce DOULL on Royce Hart. A big match up there.
Ian Robinson comes in, and the Battle of the Legends is underway at Windy Hill. Fitzpatrick up against Crowe. KB's got it. Tackle too high, says umpire Robinson. The bespectacled Richmond president Neville Crowe contesting that centre bounce. And the Tigers into attack off the boot of Kevin Bartlett. Hard up. Couldn't hold the mark. Dixon's got it for the Blues. Gets a bit of a push in the back. That's what umpire Robinson said. Play on the advantage rule to Keogh. Here's Curly Austin. Recent Fitzroy coach down towards centre half forward for the Blues. Taken off the pack by Graham Bergen for Richmond. Back to the wing it goes. Fitzpatrick getting underneath it. The ball punched away from him. In goes Kevin Bartlett. Look at that. Hasn't lost any of his pace. But Fitzpatrick getting underneath it marks for the Blues. He looks pretty fit still.
Moving well, Fitzy.
Carlton's chairman of selectors in the 1990 season. He kicks in towards the buzz. Will he fly? No, he leaves it for Peter McConville. There's Robbie McGee, McConville's handball. Out towards Neil Chandler. They're not moving quite as fast as they might have done at the prime of their career. Brian Wood takes it away for the Tigers. That's a good kick. Looking for Dickie Clay. Fitzpatrick punches it away. Here's a chance for Dixon of Carlton. The Blues back into attack. Bazasto this time to McConville. And Wow Jones saying, what about kicking it to me? I'm over here. He was a long way from the target.
Bit hungry early there, Peter McConville.
There's Michael Roach on the bench for the Tigers. And Eric Leach with the free kick. Robbie McGee, almost a mark. McConville's got it again. KB. Umpire Robinson said a push.
Neville Crowe there wearing spectacles.
Free kick number 3 for number 29.
Kevin Bartlett certainly getting plenty of the ball. There's Dooley. And what's umpire Robinson said? A high tackle. And it's going to the Richmond captain, Royce Hart. Across to Kevin Morris. Oh, look at that for a pass. Nearly knocked the ghost over. Tommy Hafey not too happy that he missed the mark, I think. And the ball back just into attack for the Blues. Trevor Keogh, but he lost it to Bartlett, who has yet another kick, but he's picked out Mike Fitzpatrick. Kick to kick those two are having at the moment.
Fitzpatrick starring for Carlton in defence.
Now here's Curly Austin, that characteristic awkward kicking style. That's Bazasto flying, but Bergen's crumbing well for the Tigers. Here's Roger Dean, little kick off the ground to Francis Burke. Back to Dean, under a bit of pressure. Can the Blues capitalise here? Jackson to Katoggio, but he can't pick it up as Leach gets it out to Bergen. Back to Katoggio. Come on, Vinny. Oh, nice handball to McConville. Will there be a score? Yes, there will. The first of the match. And we watch goal umpire Quinlan wave the flag there. The Brownlow medalist, Super Boot. He's having a bit of trouble. Wave it, Bernie. That's the boy.
Peter McConville off target again, this time scoring a point, though.
Emmett Dunn. Beautiful kick. No 50-metre line, unfortunately, for today's game. The Blues are back into attack, and the Buzz has got the mark.
Having a lot of trouble overhead, the Buzz, but that time opted to take it on the chest. A good kick there from Chandler.
He's within scoring range. Peter Bazzasto, will he kick a goal? He has. Goal umpire Quinlan says, that's okay. Peter Bazzasto gets the first goal for the match. And the Blues lead 1-1-7. The Tigers yet to score. This pro-Richmond crowd, I'd say it's got to be up to 18 to 20,000 out Windy Hill for this first quarter. Magnificent crowd. Perfect day for football. The cloud about now just to stop it from being too hot. And a nice goal by the Buzz there, David Mackay.
Yes, quite an impressive goal from the Buzz. They had plenty of attempts to mark though before that one, and as I said, opted for the one on the chest. But Carlton playing reasonably well at this stage. Mike Fitzpatrick doing a very good job for Carlton in the defence.
And he's just gone into the forward pocket as well. Jones goes up now against Neville Crowe. Down towards Chandler. Billy Barrett is great a bit. Oh, tunnel ball, Billy. Out the Bartlett. He was almost going to pay a throw. Here's Brian Wood. Goes for the pass. Too high for JESS. Vinnie Waite. And it's just gone out of bounds in the forward pocket for the Tigers. But once again, Kevin Bartlett getting it out.
Scoreboard, Carlton 1-1-7. Royal Richmond yet to score. And we've gone, I don't know how many minutes in this first term.
We can do without you, Rexy. Just quietly, we love you. But here's Alex Marcoux. Back to Marcoux. Over towards Curly Austin. He's under a bit of pressure. He knocks it out the back. Chance for Richmond. Tempany, but there's Southby. Oh, flashy football. Might come unstuck. Can Royce Hart pick it up? DOULL harassing again. Oh, great play. He's lost none of his skill. The veteran, Bruce DOULL. Away to Marcoux. Looking for Robertson. Flying with him. Oh, untidy players. Morris gets it across the busting Billy. Wind up and go for a long kick, Billy, but it's a left footer. And it's marked by Vinnie Waite, the fullback. He goes for a short pass. Here's Dickie Clay. Could almost kick it from here. He's caught with the ball. And the umpire's blown the whistle and said, oh, 50 metres against UKB. He popped it through. Loves to kick a goal. And he says, what about that? But there'll be a 50-metre penalty because umpire Robertson, well, 15 is about all they'll pay. I think today's one, they can't run 50.
Lovely body skills there by Billy Barrett, though. Shows he hasn't lost any of that, but unfortunately his kick was just a little bit offline. And
well, he kicked it with his left foot too. Well, good on you. I hope she's enjoying her day. We are too.
Here it is. The Ghost is going to give it back to Keogh.
Trevor Keogh thought he had a few more metres, but he hasn't. He's got Big Ricky. Tried to kick it over him on the mark. Short pass. Unsuccessful. Kevin Morris back into attack, and Jimmy JESS takes the mark for the Tigers, only 20 metres out. Nice kick by Kevin Morris. So Jimmy JESS, who's playing football still for Ranald, fires it through over the head of goal umpire Peter McKenna, and he gets the first goal for the Tigers. Good on you, Jimmy. So it's Carlton 1-1-7, leading the Tigers one straight goal, 6. The first goal for Richmond, kicked by Jimmy JESS.
It's great to see Jimmy JESS there, taking a lovely mark and capitalising with a good kick. Jimmy JESS still playing football competitively, as you mentioned, Smoke, with Balranald. Led them to a premiership again this year, and shows that he hasn't lost any of the skills that made him a champion at Richmond.
And we've lost the footy. So the new footy coming out. The Carlton bench, that looked like too many of those boys are all that keen to get out into the action.
Bench, well, the Richmond players, if you can call the side of the boundary bench, they're all lined up there.
Nice and relaxed. I think they're quite happy with the way their lot is. Here's Wow Jones. Crowe against Jones. Keogh to half forward. Here's a chance for Roger Dean in front of Vinny Catoggio. Oh, well done, Roger. He loves the boundary line. Wouldn't have done so well with the out of bounds on the full, but he gets the free kick.
Used his body beautifully there, Roger Dean.
And a perfect pass to Francis Burke. Not such a perfect kick by Francis, but David Clay cleverly knocks it back to Mervyn Kane. Out to Emmett Dunn. Looking for Billy Barrett. Use your pace, Billy. Here he goes. Oh, and he runs into Bruce DOULL. Raised the elbow just a little bit, Billy. And he's put the ball out of bounds. Oh, we'll feel that one. Dooley's having a bit of a look and said, who was that who nailed me? Back into play, boundary umpire O'Leary. Wow gets the tap out to Alex Marcoux. Oh, he does it well. Short pass, oh, Peter Francis lost it. Here goes Brian Wood, lovely hand pass to Dickie Clay. Dickie Clay from the centre square line down towards Jesse. Oh, look at that kick by Dick Clay.
Superb football by Clay. He ran beautifully. It really shows that he's kept himself very fit over the years, and a beautiful pass to the ghost Jimmy Jess.
Look,
Carlton trying to extend the angle, but umpire Ian Robertson having none of that. So Jim Jess will kick virtually from dead in front. Good lead by Jess and a good mark.
Focal point up there. And he's put it through. 2 goals to the Tigers off the boot of Jimmy Jess. And Richmond hit the front here at Windy Hill in the Battle of the Legends. 2 straight goals, 12 to Carlton, 1-1-7.
Starting to be a bit of a problem up there for Ron Barassi. Vin Waite may have to make a change. Jim Jess a little bit too good for Vin Waite at this stage.
Waiting for the ball to come back in. If you keep on pinching the balls, we're not going to make any bloody money here this afternoon. Hey, Emmett, why don't you get a couple of your coppers down there instead of drinking free beer in the social club? Okay, waiting for the ball to come back in. Yes, madam, I am for real. It's only my hair that gives me away. And umpire Robinson. I've got a parking ticket, have I? I've pulled enough out for you in the bloody park, Tommy. Okay, ball back in the centre. Umpire Robinson.
Now here's Ian Robinson. There it is. Wow Jones against Neville Crowe. Wow gets it down. Oh, clean bowl, Vinny Cottogio. That's Kenny Stonehouse up the centre half forward, knocked on by David Clayton. Here's a chance for KB, but Dooley's there. Oh, he's cool. He gets it to Curly Austin. Little kick by Curly Austin, but he only gets it as far as Francis Burke. There's a kick by Burke. Ricky McLean up, couldn't hold the mark. Wow Jones comes out towards KB. Trevor Keogh's got it for the Blues. Over to Robbo.
Ricky McLean down behind play.
Over to Harms. Harms out to Keogh. Look out, Francis Burke comes at him. Keogh gets the kick up towards Marcoux. Marcoux's got it for Carlton. Over to Robbo. Robertson gets it back to Marcoux. He's had a couple of touches. He's run out of space. His handball goes straight to Robbie McGee. McGee left foot pass. Oh, wide of the target. Here comes bustling Billy Barrett. Looking a bit like Derby.
Tap back.
Beautiful play by Barrett. Over to Hart. Hart down towards full forward, but there's no one home for the Tigers. And the mark taken by Jeff Southby for the Blues. He goes away towards Peter Francis. Francis in the back pocket's got it for the Blues. Carlton 5 points behind. The Tigers are 2 goals to Carlton, 1-1-7. Punched away by Mervyn Keane down to Dickie Clay. Not so good off the left boot. In goes Dixon. Comes out
Rollins.
Barry Rollings. He looks for Billy Barrett. Just goes over his head. Here's the speed, says Ian Robertson. He's got it. Goes to the ground, Robbo. I think they need the stretcher to get him off the ground. And Brucey Dill puts it out of bounds. Is he all right, Robbo? He's a bit slow picking himself up.
He just ran out of gas, Robbo. He just went far too far.
Oh,
10
beautiful
steps
stuff.
too many.
Up goes Clokey, but he gets it down to Keogh. Keogh's handball goes to Vinny Cottogio. Oh! Got round Mervyn Keane. 1 bounce for Vinny. Is it 10 metres? No. Play on, says the umpire, because Quirk falls over. Gets up. He he went for a short pass.
Kick,
and Robbie McGee says, thank you very much. And he goes for a long kiss to Jesse. Oh, yes. He plays on, open goal, short pass. Oh, Doull, too good.
Ruins a good game, Bruce Doull. that fisting the ball away.
Dribbling from 4 inches outside the boundary, Harmsy, but not from out in Napier Street, son.
So Wayne Harms giving it back to boundary umpire O'Leary. Forward pocket for the Tigers. 2 goals, Richmond. 1-1-7, Carlton. Oh, Jesse up high. Here's a chance for KB. He won't handball. Yes, he did. He handballed to Francis Burke. Oh, back to Bartlett, but the boundary umpire said it's out of bounds. But they've said play on. Now foot pass goes, but Southby's taken the mark. The boundary umpire
He's conceded.
he's given up. He's kicked it backwards and sideways to Peter Francis. Francis away to Dixon. But they've got no one to kick it to. Dixon takes the mark. He's got a double back. He's got little Vinny Cottogio in the centre, but he goes shorter. There's Francis. Over to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick in trouble. Loses out. Barry Rollings. Across to Crowe. Back to Rollings. Oh, beautiful play by the Tigers. As Rollings takes it through the centre. Up to half forward. Hart and Doull. Doull going again. Poor old Royce. Well, No doubt about it. He's a great champion, Bruce DOULL, and still is.
So I wouldn't like to be playing on Bruce. He doesn't like to concede 1 point.
And he hasn't given Royce much of a sniff so far. Clokey goes up against Fitzpatrick. Push in the back, says the umpire. Free kick to Fitzpatrick. Half back for the Blues. Richmond 2 straight goals, 12. Carlton 1-1-7. And the ball up to McConville. The battle of the legends at Windy Hill. We're in the first quarter. The kick by McConville. Brian Wood goes up, punches it away. Taken by Mervyn Kane. Lovely handball. Just a bit far for Rawlings, but he's able to pick it up. Oh, he runs into his own man. It was Kevin Morris. Out to Billy Barrett. Long kick, bustling Billy. No, he goes for the short pass to Jimmy JESS. JESS back towards Barrett. Barrett's got it. Go for it. Oh, he went for a handball to Morris. Morris towards goal. Umpire McKenna comes across and said, 1 point only. That one kicked by Kevin Morris for the Tigers. Richmond 2-1-13. Carlton 1-1-7 in the first quarter in the Battle of the Legends at Windy Hill.
Good build up there by the Tigers. Wasted their opportunity in the shot for goal, though. But good to see Kevin Morris there in good form for the Tigers.
Vinny Waite goes for a short pass. It's okay. Peter Francis. Handball to Southby. Southby out to the wing. Fitzpatrick, he's taken plenty of marks in this first quarter. Taking plenty of time to pick him up. Here's Dixon. Dixon's marked at half forward for the Blues. In towards centre half forward. He's looking for the buzz. Bazzasto knocks on to Cottogio. Open goal for Vinny Cottogio. Yes! He's levelled the scores. Great roving by Vinny Cottogio. He and the buzz combining well down there. And the scores are level at Windy Hill in the Battle of the Legends. Richmond 2-1-13. Carlton 2-1-13.
Unselfish play there by Bazzasto to tap the ball onto Cottogio. And Cottogio always very fleet of foot. Made the most of that opportunity and a fairly easy snap for goal. The 2 number 4s goaling for Carlton, Cottogio and Bazzasto.
There's Paul Richardson. He's waiting his turn. I think, as I said before, unhappy as Robbie McGee gets it from the tap out. Francis Burke getting underneath it for the Tigers. A bit like DOULL. Oh, a cruel bounce for Francis. Sidney Jackson comes in for the Blues. In goes Barry Rawlings. Hand pass from Jackson, but it goes to Bergen of Richmond, and David Cloak takes a fine mark, despite some attention from Curly Austin. Over to Big Neville Crowe, Richmond president, down towards centre half forward, but there's Vinny Waite. Out to Barcoo to Harms. Harms, beautiful kick, but straight to Brian Wood. Well spoilt by McConville. Get the hand pass to Harms. Harms to Bazzasto. Here's a chance for Carlton. Out to Dixon. The Blues with the numbers. They've got players everywhere. Dixon wants to kick a goal himself, but now he goes for a short pass. Out comes Leach. Back to Dixon. In goes Big Wow Jones. He leaves it for Dixon. And a foot pass across. And the mark taken by McConville. So the Blues might hit the front here, David Mackay.
Yes, nice patch of play there by Dixon. Followed the ball up well and kept it in control. And a lovely left foot pass to Peter McConville. Well within kicking distance by for McConville.
Peter McConville puts the Blues in front. That's his first goal. So in the Battle of the Legends at Windy Hill in this first quarter, Carlton 3-1-19. Leading Richmond 2-1-13, a margin of 6 points here in the first quarter at Windy Hill.
Fitzpatrick back in the ruck now with Alex Marcoux having a turn at roving. Trevor Keogh ruck roving. And Neil Chandler in the centre. Blues post to Billy Barrett.
Still Neville Crowe rucking. Down to Burke. Cross to Marcoux. Throw, says umpire Robinson. No advantage rule there. And it's going to be Graham Whitnell with the free kick. Now across to Francis. And it out of bounds. Looks like big Johnny Ronaldson's about to come on for the Tigers. Neville Crowe might need a spell. Good on you, Johnny. Certainly been a successful businessman in Richmond and Richmond Footy Club director. KB's got it. Bit quick for Wow Jones, I think. Might be a relayed free there. Brian Quirk knocks it away. He's got it. Down towards Sidney Jackson as Johnny Ronaldson comes on. I think Jacko might run away from him. In towards Bazzasto. Oh, good play by Emmett Dunn out to Graham Bergen.
The ball's there. Don't go to the hamburger stand.
Punched away by Dunn. Here's Alex Marco. In towards Vin Cottogio. Cruel bounce for Brian Wood. Out towards Brian Quirk now for the Blues. Roger Dean gives him a bit of a shove. Here's Dixon for Carlton. Dixon goes for goal. He's offline. Only a behind.
So on the Dan Murphy Sellers scoreboard, Carlton 3-2-20, Richmond 2-1-13. And we've gone just 7.5 minutes into this first term. No, Crone was only joking at 21. Here's a move from Ronaldson. Ronaldson has got the shot. Oh, no.
Lost complete control of it there, Johnny Ronaldson.
Really putting
Francis Burke. Oh, DOULL again, magnificent. He's lost nothing. He could still be playing for the Blues. Out to Bazasto. Out the back to Roger Dean. Go Roger Dean. He got a bit of a shove. Vinny Cottogio again. Open goal for Vinny Cottogio. Oh, he's missed it. Behind only, says Bernie Quinlan.
3-21 Carlton, Richmond 2-1-13 in an action-packed game here at Windy Hill today.
So it's 3-3-21 Carlton. They're now 8 points up. And Graham Bergen takes the mark just in from the boundary line and half back for the Tigers. 3-3-21 Carlton, 2-1-13 Richmond. And he's paid a mark. Chandler for Carlton. In towards half forward. Oh, Dunn spoiled his own man. It's Cottogio. Dangerous down there in the forward line. Lovely snap, but he's hooked it too much. And it's hit the behind post, so it'll be a throw in. He's not quite sure how to signal that one, Bernie. Perry Brown, the boundary umpire, throws it in. Here's KB. Across towards Burke, in front of Whitnell, and he made sure he put it out of bounds.
Young Whitnell, or he'll knock your head off. Francis Burke there, been on a diet of broken beer bottles for the last week training for this game. Ball back in.
Wow, Jones against John Ronaldson, down to Kevin Morris. Here's Francis Burke, left foot kick, but here's Wayne Harms. Oh, lovely mark by Harmsy. Quick hand pass to Trevor Keogh. In towards Whitnell, towards McConville. There's Robbie McGee, don't get in his road. I think he might have given the free kick away there. Robbie McGee.
Don't get upset, Robbie, your tattoos will drop off, son.
And Bazasto leads into the forward pocket and goes for a foot pass. Too far for Quirk. Curly Austin, he might kick a goal. He didn't kick many in his career. Oh, he's dobbed it. Lovely goal kicked by Curly Austin. So the Blues have increased their lead here at Windy Hill. So it's 4-3-27 to 2-1-13, and the Blues are leading by 14 points.
A great time as usual. Very, very good. Tommy and Johnny Northey telling a few jokes at half-time for the huge crowd here at Windy Hill. Shortly to Graham Bond for some stats. Get across here, Graham. And the ball back in the centre.
Fitzpatrick's coming from the same side as Ronaldson. Wouldn't allow that too often. Ronaldson got a lovely tap, and Fitzpatrick does the roving. Down towards Roger Dean. McConville. Oh, he's too fit. Over to Jackson. Out to Wow Jones. Sydney went for the reverse screw punch kick there and missed altogether. McConville. Brian Wood's got it. Out to Roger Dean with a very slick hand pass. Oh, but he's kicked it straight back to Chandler, who dropped the mark. Here's Dickie Clay. He goes out towards half forward. Over the head of Mervyn Kane. There's Peter Francis pushing it the wrong way. KB sweating on him. Back to Curly Austin. To Fitzpatrick. Back to Curly Austin. He'll go to Bruce DOULL. Back to Francis. Too many fit young fellas in the Carlton side at the moment. Out to Whitnell. Curly Austin still running. From the centre, down to half forward. It's yours, Graham Bergen. He wanted to wait for someone else to get it. And Graham Bergen marks. His handball though taken by Harms, Bazasto, Jackson. Kick it this time, City. He does. Looking for Wow Jones. Big Wow flies. Marks plays on. Oh, what a great piece of play by Wow Jones. Touched. Eric Leeds said, and Wow says, I've kicked the goal. How long was it, Wow? Oh, disappointment for the big fella. Superb piece of play. But Eric Leeds did well to touch it off the boot. 4-4 to 2-1. Dick Clay marks to kick in. Wasn't that great play by Wow?
The boy from Clayamber kicks it in towards Billy Barrett in the centre. Hand passes to Captain Plot in at Dunn.
Here's Dunn. The Tigers back into attack.
Down towards,
What's happened to Jimmy Jess? He's not out in the action at the moment. They've kept him quiet. David Cloak. Barry Rollings might score for the Tigers. He will score, but it's only a behind.
He's kicked it behind. So Richmond need a lift. They're
4-4-28, 2-2-14. Carlton 28 to 14. They're 14 points in front. They've doubled the Tigers' score.
A drop kick. Unbelievable.
Curley's kicked the drop. Here's Clokey. He'll have a shot for goal. And he's dobbed it from the pocket. Beautiful goal by David Cloak. The Tigers certainly needed that one. That's what they wanted. Deputy Vice Captain number 7. Richmond 3-2-20. Carlton 4-4-28. Just 8 points the difference.
1980 season, and across the half-back line, it's Curly Austin who's had 5 kicks so far, and Peter Francis, released from Fox Hill, has also picked up 5 kicks this quarter.
Thank you very much to Graham Bond in the ball back in the centre of the ground, and it's umpire Ian Robinson.
Robinson bounces. That's Fitzpatrick number 3 against Ronaldson number 2. Keogh of Carlton to centre half forward. The Conville was up. There's Wood getting the tap over, and there's a siren. It's quarter time. Entertaining first quarter at Windy Hill in the Battle of the Legends. The fans enjoyed it. And Carlton 4-4-28 lead Richmond 3-2-20, 8 points to margin. Royce Hart hasn't been too prominent so far. Jimmy Jess has kicked 2 and David Cloak 1 for Richmond. And for Carlton, Cotoggio, Bazasto, Austin and McConville the goal scorers. Quarter time 4-4-28 to 3-2-20.
Okay, well, this is a big day, bigger than Texas and bigger than the snapper in Port Phillip Bay. And gentleman at the moment sharing last night's garlic with me is Neville Crowe. Marv, where have you been to? Il Gambero, Neville?
Exactly. Good spot.
Oh, I tell you what, there's a garlic growing here. We might see him get a little bit on top. Quite seriously, it's a shame that the club has had to been put in this position to get all these great guys back, because tradition, they can talk about it, it is magnificent.
Yeah, it's tremendous, Rex. I think that's all part and parcel of what this club's about, and it's that sort of attitude and that sort of feeling that makes you desperately strive to make sure it remains alive.
Johnny Ronaldson, hero of 2 grand finals, 67 and 69, looking more like twins with one head at the moment. Saw the 15-year-old kids in the scholarship squad and said some of these kids weren't even an inch before he was kicking goals. So a lot of water under the bridge in a great club.
Yeah, I think so, Rex. When you turn the clock back, I guess we're looking at the 67 and onwards sort of eras, and they were the great eras for the Tigers, and it's just sensational to see all these sort of guys roll up today, and that fantastic camaraderie that's obviously there in football clubs, particularly when they've been successful. They stick together. I think particularly premiership sides, it must be a magnificent feeling for them.
The man leading the fight back for the SOS for the Richmond Footy Club, former champion Neville Crowe. Well, who will ever forget 1967 and 1969 in front of the Smokers stand at the MCG, 87 metres out and the booming drop kick of jumping Johnny Ronaldson. Now looking more like something out of a horror movie. Good to see you here, Rono.
Thanks very much, Rex.
Glad to see you haven't got the same garlic as Neville Crowe just sprayed over us. Great tradition here and brings back a lot of good memories.
Certainly good to catch up with all the guys and that from years gone by and go over a lot of the old tales.
Are you disappointed to see the drop kick go out of the game, or has it been inevitable because of the pace?
Oh, I think that the drop punt is just as good a kick as the drop kick. It certainly is a better percentage kick, and even later on in my career I reverted to the drop punt.
Now, a lot of guys have kids and expect them to follow in their footsteps. I noticed young Damien Hart in the junior scholarship squad here today, son of former great Royce Hart. Your boys have followed a different sort of a line.
Yes, both of them have chosen basketball, and I think that they're finding just as much reward out of that area as what I did out of football.
Now, you've had 5 hamburgers and 6 hot dogs and half a dozen chicken rolls before the game. The Whales had 15 beers. Is that the secret to your success?
You lie, Rex. No, always nothing to eat before a game. And
you'll certainly make up for it after the game, John.
Usually picking after work, Rex.
Okay, we'll look forward to great expectations and a great day. Former Richmond champion Johnny Ronaldson. Well, I've walked into Napier Street this afternoon and a guy's run up in a Carlton Guernsey and asked for my autograph, and I cited Rex Hunt, and he said, oh, hell, I thought you were Bruce DOULL, but here's the real man himself. Good to see you, Bruce.
Yeah, good to see you, Rex.
Yeah, you're full of chatter as usual. What are you doing in private life?
We've got a news agency.
news agency. Like Francis Burke, he's been eating glass for a week training. Now you're up against the great Royce Hart. Must bring back some tremendous memories of the battles you used to have with one of the all-time greats.
Well, it brings back some frightening memories. He's a great player, and you know, I always had a lot of trouble with him.
Yeah. Must bring back tremendous memories for you to see all these guys here today assembled, some of the great names of VFL football.
Well, I know that I jumped at the opportunity, and I'm sure the rest did too. It's just a great chance to play with one another again.
How do you see the game today as it was then? That's enough the pace and the tremendous athleticism of the players, but how do you see it today?
Oh, I think it's great. The skills under pressure are a lot better than when I was playing, and it's a lot quicker, of course, and the players are bigger and stronger, fitter, everything.
Tremendous to catch you, Bruce, and we'll look forward to watching this afternoon in the Legends match.
Good, thanks, Rex.
Okay, Bruce DOULL, former Carlton champion.
Second quarter. Jones gets the tap, and Bartlett gets it for the Tigers. And he's been free kick for holding the ball. Keogh for Carlton with the free kick. The umpire is Ian Robinson. Keogh to centre half forward. Oh, look at that for a thump away by Dunn. Lovely play by Crow to Morris. Morris over to Clay. Dickie Clay in the centre. Out towards Mervyn Kane. But here's Francis for Carlton. He looks pretty fit. Over to Whitnell. He looks pretty fit too. Down towards half forward. But it's all Richmond, and a lovely mark taken by Laurie Fowler. And Tiger fans will remember the 73 grand final when he cleaned up Big John Nichols, but there's Chandler marking for the Blues.
In front of Bugsy Barrett.
This is Chandler, the centre half forward, but McConville that time up high, out to Clay. Dickie Clay goes back after it. Oh, well done, Dickie Clay. Out towards the Ghost, but Whitnell's got it across to Southby. Bit short. And here's Graham Landy for Richmond. That's a beautiful kick. Burke's got it. The Tigers going forward. Down towards Clokey, but Harms in the way. Drops a mark. Barry Rollings, look at him. Oh, he got tripped. Umpire Robinson a bit far away. Rollings plays on. He's shot. Oh, he's hit the post. Out of bounds on the full. And it's a free kick to Carlton. No right foot there from Barry Rollings. I thought might have been the right option, David Mackay.
A trip there by Curly Austin, a professional one, but didn't slow Rollings down.
Michael Roach on for the Tigers as Bruce DOULL marks the kick. Dangerous place to kick it. Keogh's got it. Marcoux calling for it. Finds him. Back to the centre of the ground. Chandler, good tackle by Bartlett. Whitnell with a chance for the Blues. Back to see towards full forward. There's Tempany taking the mark for Richmond. Tempany out to half back looking for Francis Burke and finding Emmett. Good running play by Emmett Dunn. He's got plenty of room. He could go for a bounce, but decides to have a long kick. He's looking for Jimmy Jess. Southby to punch the ball away. Here's Wayne Walsh on the ground since quarter time. Bit slow, Walshy. No, it comes out to Barry Rollings. To Jess. Lovely knock on towards bustling Billy Barrett. Oh, he runs into Curly Austin. There was a square off. Back towards Big Wow Jones. Oh, lovely play by the big fellow. Long kick down towards full forward. Pizzusto punched away. Here's Mike Perry on the ground using his pace. Not much left, Mike, but he's got the footy. Handball away towards Burke. Burke gets the handball away to Landy. Now the Tigers go out of defence, and a beautiful kick by Landy to Bartlett, who marks on the wing. Skill of these players, superb, David Mackay.
A lovely passage of play. Landy, left foot pass to Bartlett.
Big Wow Jones rucking well for the Blues. Out to Harms. Look at that for a hand pass. And here's a chance for Dixon. Morris is there to put him under pressure, as was Clay. Here's Quirk for Carlton. Up towards Katoggio. Lovely foot pass from Quirk. Katoggio. Down towards Fitzpatrick. Oh, Pizzusto in the road. Tempany does well, but the buzzer's got it. Tackled high. Must be a free. But Dunn saying he ducked. He might have too, but he made sure he got the free.
I think he did duck under that one, but plays on quickly.
And Peter McConville's taken the short pass. Francis Burke cripping up on the mark a bit. About 35, 40 metres out. Where's that 50-metre line? Now he goes for a short pass. Down towards Sydney Jackson, but here's Graham Landy. He's been prominent for Richmond. What about Wow? Oh, wow! The ground shook when he went to the ground after taking the mark to Keogh. Short pass to Jackson. Landy there. Sydney Jackson got a bit of a shove, but Landy takes it away. Lovely long kick out of defence. Marked by Francis. To Harms. Blues looking good. They lead by 8 points, 28-20. Marcoux just in front of Landy. This time Marcoux wins out towards Chandler. Back to Burke. Out to Landy. Bartlett goes for a short pass. On the cloak to Morris. Lovely running football. 2 bounces for Kevin Morris. He'll go deep into attack. No one home. Hits it straight to Curly Austin. Out come the Blues. Dixon. Dixon up towards half forward and McConville. Bit too much pace for Mike Perry. He was off. Umpire Robinson. He was off. And he's paid 15 metres. Oh, he was off. He should have been allowed to be tackled.
This isn't going to be easy. You play with these blokes like this, I'll try and identify the players. Yes, I'm in Channel 10 at this stage. It's about the 4th station I've had this year too, Rex.
And McConville down towards full forward. Bazusto up. It was touched.
Is it going to be 4-3 from behind the home?
Tempany.
I don't know any of the players. Tempany
Out to Landy. 1 bounce from Graham Landy. Gee, he's played a brilliant quarter. Perfect foot pass. Mervyn Kane from half back in towards the centre. It's all Richmond. Barry Rollings gets around Keogh. Short pass to JESS. Out in the back, no free. Robbo's too far behind. Clokey knocks it on, but in goes DOULL. Roachie's down there, number 8. One of 2 number 8s for the Tigers. The other, of course, is Dickie Clay, and there'll be a throw-in.
Dickie Clay just come off the ground. Looks like he might be suffering from sunburn.
The clouds about. Look at Wow Jones showing pace to get there to contest him. Dooley goes up over the back. Beautiful stuff to Keogh. In goes Curly Austin. Very cool in defence. Marcoux. Back to Curly Austin. Wayne Harms. Look at this. Beautiful play by the Blues. Over the top to Chandler. Chandler short to Cottagio. And Video Cottagio's marked in front of Landy.
There are 2 number 4s. I don't think it's normally allowed. Will he kick it to the
So
other one?
Cottagio.
That's the question that'll be answered.
Oh, they're overdoing the short stuff. Looking for the not finding McConville. Out to Kevin Morris. Morris, a long kick. Francis Burke. Beautiful balance. Hits the ground and straight off in towards half forward. JESS from behind. Harms crashes into the Richmond player there. That player was Mervyn Kane, and in the back to Francis, but he's paid it the other way from before that. And the free kick will go to Merv Kane of Richmond.
It's a beautiful play by Francis Burke. He's had a terrific game so far.
Down towards full forward.
Oh, lovely mark, Roach.
Michael Roach outpointing his opponent on that occasion. Was that Finn Waite?
Finn Waite, yes.
And Michael Roach with a chance to kick a desperately needed goal for the Tigers here in the second quarter because they're 8 points behind.
Badly needed by the Tigers.
Oh, beautiful kick by Roachie. Goal umpire Quinlan says that's okay. That's Michael Roach's first. And they needed that one.
Commentary is becoming apparent now.
Carlton 4-4, 28, 2 points up on Richmond. 4-2, 26 in the second quarter.
Michael Roach showing that he's lost none of his ability to kick accurately. A good lead there and finished it off beautifully. David Clark about to come off the ground and to be replaced by 3AW personality Rex Hunt.
Here he comes. He's replacing David Close.
Pretends that he pulled a hamstring on the way onto the ground.
Play on the way once again. Now here is
Dixon
Dixon
for
taking
Carlton
the mark.
marks in front of Graham
On
Bond.
wing half forward for Carlton.
Dixon now looking upfield for Brian Quirk. A beautiful long kick. And Quirk under the ball and takes an easy chest mark. Graham Bergen on his mark. Bergen's played quite well for the Tigers so far.
Yes, it is.
Quirk now looking upfield. Terrible kick. Kicks right into Bergen. Followed up there by Marcoux. Marcoux, a good handball across to McConville. In turn to Chandler.
Now Mike Perry. And here's a chance for bustling Billy Barrett. Oh, the umpire said he's holding the man, Fitzpatrick. And Billy's got the free. Flamboyant as ever. To Barry Rollings. The Tigers starting to play a little better here. Down towards Roach, who leads out, but he leaves it for Bartlett. Unselfish play. Hungry wouldn't have left it for Roachy.
Beautiful decoy move there by Michael Roach, allowing his former captain, Kevin Bartlett, to take control.
Now will he make the distance? KB kicks. No, he's not going to score. Yes, he will. It might just sneak in for a behind. So it's only a point the difference here. That behind kick by Kevin Bartlett. Deputy Vice Captain number 2. 4-3 to 4-4, a point the difference. Southby. Looks for Fitzpatrick. Here's Crowe. Out to Mervyn Kane. Francis with plenty of pace for Carlton. Still playing in the VFA, Peter Francis. Up towards half forward. Chance there for Mike Perry, but it's the Tigers coming away. A lovely handball to Sydney Jackson, who went for the fancy reverse screw punt down towards Brian Quirk. And he'll pay a free kick for a push against Emmett Dunn.
Well, that was a terrible ball to try and mark that one, and Brian Quirk did his best, but couldn't get near it. But it went about 8 ways.
Sydney Jackson was determined to kick that reverse screw punt kick.
Frankie DiMartina coming onto the ground in replacing Kevin Bartlett.
Brian Quirk, is it close? Umpire Peter McKenna says he's missed. Only a behind, so it's 2 points the difference. Brian Quirk's first score, 4-5-29 to 4-3-27.
Shortly, Ian Robertson will commentate.
Ian Robertson
Earlier, you know why he's going to commentate.
moving around the boundary line of Sydney Jackson. Kick it properly this time, Sydney. You've done the reverse screw punt.
No, it's a wobbly torpedo. As Ian Robertson comes over here to join the commentary team.
Down in front of the pack to Graham Landy. Good handball. The Tigers come away with it. Laurie Fowler clearing, but there's no one there for them. Fitzpatrick. Oh, look at that for a pass. Perfect. To Brian Quirk. See if he can make amends.
Fitzpatrick's played pretty well. He's showed that he hasn't lost any of his skills. Perhaps he's been doing a bit of skills work with the Blues in his role, or current role, as chairman of selectors with Carlton. Lovely pass there to Brian Quirk.
Brian Quirk, usually a very, very good kicker of football. A long drop punt kick, but it's floated.
And Quirk is kicked for goal. The umpire this time, Peter McKenna, says it's okay. And he's happy with that one. 5-5-35 to 4-3-27. 8 points to lead. And a special treat for the Tiger fans. Royce Hart joining us in the commentary box.
Certainly warm out there, I can tell you that, and some of the older players are playing very well. The club president, Neville Crowe, in the first ruck has been exceptional.
The skills of the players have been fantastic. Royce has seen it from players there like Billy Barrett. Kevin Morris just overrunning it. It's pretty warm. The boys will be feeling it by the end of the game, I'd imagine.
Oh, it certainly is. You can tell the players have been playing like Jimmy Jess is playing up the country, and it might be country football, but he's playing very well on the forward line for Richmond.
Crowe goes up again. Mike Perry just looking a little out of condition as Whitnell down towards the forward pocket. Marcoux, Laurie Fowler was coming at him, so he was quite happy to see the ball bundled up there. And umpire Robinson can have a bounce. Fantastic crowd, Royce. I reckon there must be about 20,000 here.
Be close to 20,000. They wouldn't get as many as this for a home and away game.
Sure. There's McConville. Now Sydney Jackson, will he go for another one of those fancy kicks? That's not a bad looking snap by Sydney. He likes it. And Peter McKenna said it's okay. Well done, Sydney Jackson.
And what a great honour for Sydney Jackson coming down here to play with Carlton in the Legends game, being made captain. Sid was a great player during the 60s and 70s, came across from Perth, went to the half-forward flank, was a brilliant half-forward flank, and today has been given the honour of being captain.
Well done, Sid. And the Blues now lead by 14 points. They're 6-5-41 to 4-3-27.
Rex Hunt on the ground, he'll make a difference.
Well, I think his pace Pace on the forward line is what they want. Billy Barrett putting his body in. Kevin Morris gets it away to Barry Rawlings. He still looks pretty fit, Royce, doesn't he?
My word, he does.
There's Neville Crowe. Oh, cruel bounce. Southby still looks pretty fit, of course. Fitzroy gets it across to Minari. Back to Southby. Whitnell here for Carlton. And he'll put them into attack towards McConville. Proving a little elusive for Mike Perry. Down towards full forward. Oh, out the back. Oh, good play by Wow Jones, but he knocks it to the wrong man. And it goes out to Laurie Fowler. To Landy. Running out of defence. And along that raking left foot kick. Is that Frankie Dimatina flying against Mike Fitzpatrick? Francis Burke hasn't lost much. Minari to Jackson again. City's enjoying this second quarter. Knocked on again for Carlton, but it's all Richmond in defence. Emmett Dunn, he seems to be plodding after it, Mr. Plod. And he's got it away towards Michael Roach on his fingertips. Another Tasmanian, Royce, looking pretty good too. Look at that for a pass to Kevin Morris. On to Wayne Walsh. Oh, Walsh, he's kicked it out of bounds when he saw Neville Crowe lead.
He's been watching Kevin Bartlett.
Well, he got a kick anyway.
Let's say he was a fabulous player.
Yeah, he certainly was. There's Nev Crowe, and Rexy went up high. Got it down. Frankie's got over the top of Curly Austin. He'll get a free kick.
That's a free pizza.
Oh, Ricky over Cameron Clayton. Looked a bit like Ricky McLean. Sorry, Cameron. That's out of bounds. 14 points the difference. Carlton 6-5-41. Richmond 4-3-27. Rex and Royce Hart. There's down to Billy Barrett. Billy will screw it back. Look at that for a snap. Right towards goal, and it's kicked off the ground by Jimmy Jess, but it's not quite quick enough, and it's only a behind. 6-5-41 to 4-4-28. The Blues lead by 13 points, and that's a well-placed kick to be marked by Fitzpatrick. Dooley's lost nothing, Royce. He was magnificent in the first quarter.
He is a fabulous player. He's still as mean as ever. He'll punch the ball when there's ever any doubt.
He doesn't like having a kick on him. And here's a chance for Brian Quirk. And he's hit the post. So it's only a behind. Brian Quirk 1-2. And it's 6-6-42 to 4-4-28. The Blues lead by 14 points.
Well done, Peter McKenna.
Now here's Peter Lachlan kicking in for the Tigers. Bruce Tempany. Oh, look at that. Oh, and he's picked out Wayne Harms. Mike Perry, good punch away. Peter McConville towards Barry Gill, just on the ground, and here comes Graham Bond. Oh, his hand pass run down by Minari. Oh, and plum put job, that one. And here's a chance for Keogh to Quirk. Dixon, Keogh, Barry Gill. He hasn't kicked too many goals in his career, and he's got one now off the left foot. Well done, Barry Gill. Nice chain of hand passes for the Blues, and he enjoyed kicking that.
Fabulous running there by Barry Gill. He's actually, when Barry did play, he didn't have much hair in his head, and he still hasn't got any.
Nice left foot kick then, Royce.
Yes, he could never kick left foot in his heyday.
Purse, we haven't seen him, or Gags, or Barras on the ground.
And Billy. Billy Barrett coming off the ground.
Have you gone dead, Brock?
Can stay down his replacement. Ladies and gentlemen, we're asking you to stay off the ground at half-time because there's some entertainment. A super kick will take place. So please stay off the ground at half-time. Tigers in attack. Walsh. This is a better kick by Walsh.
They deliver the ball well into the forward line, the Tigers.
Oh, well done, Ghost.
Jesse.
Bit hot out there, Royce.
Huh?
Bit hot out there.
Unbelievable. Cannot turn, cannot run round. Goes that far offline, just can't change direction. What about Big Rono?
Oh, isn't he amazing?
Look, it's a real credit to him that he can come out and do that, though.
Oh, yeah. Full marks.
Takes a lot of guts to do it.
Francis played well in that first quarter and a half.
Didn't he?
inside of Sonari. Into half forward Jackson. He's diving on the football. He can't get the ball out. Umpire Robinson doing the right thing and staying in that corridor. He's never covered 50 metres in a game of footy. Chandler.
Still did,
the
yeah.
right foot. Ball kick. He's a little weary. He's covered momentarily in that centre.
Go big, Mike. This is Perry towards Dimatina. Half-time siren sounds. And Percy haven't got a run yet, but you'll get a chance in the second half, perhaps. Carlton at half-time, 20 points in front. Handy lead, 7-6-48. Richmond 4-4-28. 7 single goal scorers for the Blues. The players go off to the dressing rooms. Katoggio, Bazasto, Jackson, Austin, Gill, Quirk and McConville. And for Richmond, Jimmy Jess has got 2, Michael Roach and David Cloak. Half-time in the Legends game at Windy Hill. Carlton 7-6-48. 20 points up on the Tigers, 4-4-28.
Well, a thorn in the side of the top Richmond sides in their golden era was JESS, and who can ever remember his antics in finals particularly, and good players play well in finals. Good to see you, JESS. It's a big day, brings back a lot of good memories.
Yes, certainly does, Rex. It's a great day, especially for, I hope it's a good day for the Tigers, really. That's what we're doing it for.
Now, of course, they were the golden eras. How do you see the game today as it was then? Like, the crowds were unbelievable. It changed a little bit, the pace perhaps?
What? This game today, or the game, the other game today?
The game the way it is today, yes, exactly.
Well, I think the crowds are up. It's a little bit quicker. I think it's an exciting game, Rex.
Now, how are you as far as your fitness is concerned? Have you got any tricks up your sleeve today?
Well, I won't be playing today, Rex.
You won't be playing? I thought you were dressed to play.
I've got this sore back. I've had it for a long time.
Well, it's to your credit that you're here today. Naturally enough, you must be disappointed, but the club always comes first, and it's to your credit that you've said that publicly.
Yes. Yes, the club will come first and always will come first, Rex.
What are your greatest memories? Would that 1970 grand final stand head and shoulders above them? Because you did have some great times with Carlton.
Well, I think the 4 premierships that I played in will always stick in my memory. The 68 one where Carlton didn't win a grand final for 21 years, and then the 71 against Collingwood. The 72 one against the Tigers was a great game. And then the 79 one where I captain coached was also will stick in my memory.
Brings back a lot of good memories, and a thorn in the side of Richmond, Alex Jesselenko. Well, one of the great personalities from the Victorian Railways is Roger Dean. I remember when he won Tats Lotto that he went home to his wife Joy and said, I've won Tats Lotto. She said, what are you going to do? He said, I'm not going to work another day in my life. He said, I'm sticking with the Railways. But quite seriously, here's Roger Dean, the great captain of the 69 premiership side. What a magnificent gathering of all-time greats for the club.
Yes, it's been you're almost pleased it actually happened. You're about to get back and have a talk to the boys again. But no, it's going to be a great day out there today. I think everybody's a little bit excited, a little bit apprehensive too about their ability to play. So I know myself, I'm sort of just hoping it's like riding a bike, that when I get out there I don't forget how to do it type of thing myself. But no, I'm really looking forward to just trotting around out there and hopefully enjoying myself, yeah.
They were great days, Roger. Did it come as a shock to you as a dyed-in-the-wool Richmond man that the club was in such diabolical trouble?
Yes. Like, I don't think anybody ever really sort of imagines it can happen to you type of thing. And until it does, well then it gives you a bit of a fright. But I think we're going to pull out of it. That's the main thing. What happened is gone and past. It's what's ahead that we've got to look forward to now.
Are you prepared to take some of the weight on the shoulders about this trouble of the thousands of dollars you were paid to captain that 69 premiership side?
I've already given half my Tats Lotto to him, so no, I can't do any more than that.
Great to catch you, Deanie, and it brings back tremendous memories.
Thank you, mate, Rex.
1969 premiership captain and former great Roger Dean.
Plenty of changes made by both teams. The Tiger coach, Kevin Bartlett.
Fantastic effort. And talking about drop kicks, a few back out on the ground, so we'll start proceedings again. The umpire.
Frankie Dimatina, Alan Ball Richardson and big Johnny Ronaldson on the Richmond bench. Now here's Ian Robinson.
And I'll just have a look at my record.
That's a beautiful bounce.
Beautiful bounce, been a highlight.
Cloak to Bartlett. Down towards Barry Cameron. To Wayne Walsh. Here's across to Mervyn Kane. Oh, beautiful smother for Carlton by Andy Lucas. There's Dooley. Royce Hart's back on the ground. He said, I refuse to play on Bruce Doull. Bruce Tempany for Richmond. Looks for Cameron Clayton. Oh, almost would have paid that umpire Robinson. Gets away from Pinner-Pennell. Here's Hart. Oh, Doull's there. What's he do? Punch it away again. Harms. That Curly Ashman turned up.
Rod Ashman there, along with Ron Barassi, coming into screen now.
And the umpire will bounce.
So Rod Ashman, number 14 on for the Blues with
Like
Barras.
the old days, Phil Fennell whinging about the umpiring decision. And the ball is up.
Oh,
double
Cloak
pitched
beat
away by
Fitzpatrick.
Cloak, a high ball
Here's a
by
chance
Harms. And the
for
mark has
Richmond.
been taken there for Richmond.
Kenny Stonehouse to Bartlett. Down towards Jess.
By Bartlett.
Out of bounds.
And it's over the boundary line and out of bounds.
We'll have a throw in. Not on the it's on the full, so Southby's got a free kick. No. You're checking up with the
Very much, Francis.
goal umpire down there. There's Neville Crowe. With Eric Leach. Roger Dean, Richmond Premiership captain.
And the ball now being delivered back. And it will be Jeff Southby. Let himself go over the years, Southby. Not
Pleased that Neil Baum didn't turn up to play in today's game. Here's David Cloak, recently retired, to Cameron Clayton, out to Wayne Walsh.
He lines it up.
Oh, he's kicked just a little bit off course. Mario Bortolotto, a dual Carlton Premiership player.
And it comes out with a banana kick.
Pennell couldn't hold it. Gill, Walsh off the ground. Clayton and Austin.
Dribbles over the shore. And this is a magnificent game.
Tommy Hayford with his brother Peter. Peter doing the running for the Richmond side today.
And Carlton 7-6-48, Richmond 4-4-28. Ball back into play, Fitzpatrick.
There's Barras. Use your pace, Ron.
Barassi.
Got a free kick for holding the man.
No wonder it took 3 days to make that pie ad. You ate half of the profit.
Ashman.
Barassi hand pass, the second one in 20 years to Ashman.
He's feeling the hamstring. Barras too. Landy. Cloak short to Barry Cameron. Clean bowled him. There's Lucas to Austin. Short. Rod Ashman out of bounds.
And of course he was glazed by the shine off the top of Barry Gill's bald head. So the ball's now kicked forward.
Laurie Fowler. Oh, Royce. Oh, handballs. Straight to a Carlton player, Neil Chandler. And a free kick for a push in the back.
Another weak decision, Robertson. You really made your mark with those type of decisions.
And Wayne Walsh has got the free for Richmond. Bit more like Royce Hart's old self there, David.
Beautiful mark there, chipping in front. That was a hallmark of Royce Hart. Had that brilliant ability to be able to drift across the front of the pack. And he showed that skill beautifully then.
There's Kenny Stonehouse. Long kick towards Jess and Southby. Bernie Quinlan says they're behind. We'll give that one to Kenny Stonehouse. So the Tigers get the first score of the second half. They're 4-5-29. Carlton 7-6-48.
Looking for the huddle, Jeff Southby, but there's not a huddle there. Decides to go up the middle.
Beautiful kick by Southby. Cloak to Rawlings, cleverly to Cameron. Cameron Clayton out of bounds on the full, Cameron. Picky Harms to get the free kick for Carlton.
Solid lad, Cameron Clayton. Didn't make the most of that kick.
Cloak against Fitzpatrick.
Knocked away from
Pennell.
Using the elbows as usual.
Advantage rule. Wayne Walsh down towards the forward pocket, out of bounds.
Tigers wasting their opportunities here. Peppering the goal line, but not scoring.
A few more of the Tiger officials.
And the ball back into play.
Boundary umpire O'Leary puts it back into play.
Fitzpatrick.
Doull.
Good kick.
To Barry Rawlings, clever mark, almost 15 metres I'd say, Pinner-Pennell. Yes, back on the mark, please.
I talked him into it. Another weak decision that I just pushed you over the edge, Robbo.
And I would say that Barry Rawlings would almost score from here.
And Rawlings lines it up.
He's hooked it.
And he's picked a point. That best.
Oh, nice
almost
mark there.
a Richmond mark.
Royce Hart.
Not paying it. Only a behind.
Probably taken in the last line of defence.
No, hit the behind post, so it's going to be a throw-in.
No, it's not Wayne Harms. It's going to be the boundary umpire. I thought the boundary umpire took the mark all along. So the ball out.
There's the throw-in.
Knocked out by Fitzpatrick.
Bartlett with a chance. He loves these little shots. Oh, it bounces right across the face, out of bounds. Bad luck, KB.
Read the ball beautifully off the pack there, Kevin Bartlett, but unfortunately for him, lacked accuracy.
48 to 29. The Blues in front. This is early in the third quarter. Barras, that's clever play. He knocked it out of bounds.
Carrying a little bit of extra weight there, Barras.
So Richmond has made up just
Mervyn Kane still looking pretty fit. Of course, he's the assistant coach out at Essendon to Kevin Sheedy.
Knocked out by Jess. Down to Roach.
Here's a chance across to Kane. It'll bounce into the goal square, but here's Wayne Harms taking it away for the Blues. Oh, he flew up high, almost a great mark to Landy. Cloak's got it to Rawlings. Rawlings out to Landy. Landy's a good long kick at a footy. That's a kick towards Royce Hart. Roach, oh, he should have almost paid that. Oh, free kick to Mervyn Kane. Pennell giving away another free kick.
A little bit crude there, Phil Pennell. But good work. Good work there by Merv Keane to keep his eye on the ball and win that free kick.
Kick falling a bit short. DOULL in front to Barras. Barras hand pass to Harms, to Austin. Still pretty cool, the old Barras. Rod Ashman. The Blues haven't been into attack this quarter though. Richmond looking a lot better. Out to Dixon. I think it's Dixon, Rex. Back towards the centre half forward position, but Cloak marks for Richmond. Out to Bondi. There's Dixon again for Carlton. Well done by Dixon. But it's intercepted by Owen, still looking pretty fit, although he can't pick it up. Here's Bazzusto. The Buzz, holding the ball. Yes, a free kick to Richmond. Taken by Lachlan. Across to Cameron Clayton. Roach marks for the Tigers. The Richmond side looking much better in this third quarter, but they can't get a goal on the board. Jess with a big leap. Oh, yes! Had his name written all over that one, the Ghost. A beautiful mark by Jesse.
Had the sit there, big Jimmy Jess. Jumped over Bruce DOULL. Bruce quite amused by that one.
2 goals in the first quarter. Can he kick his third? It's high. It's wide and it's handsome. Goal to Jimmy Jess. The Tigers needed that one.
Lovely goal there.
Richmond a 5-5, 35. Carlton 7-6, 48, a 13-point lead to the Blues here in the third quarter. The Battle of the Legends at Windy Hill.
3 goals there to Jim Jess, been the focal point for the Tigers all day up on the forward line. Started off on Vin Waite, but far too good for Waite. And the Blues forced to shift champion fullback Jeff Southby onto Jimmy Jess, but even Southby no match for the aerial power of the Balranald full forward and coach Jim Jess.
Free kick to Cloak, shepherding at the centre bounce by Mike Fitzpatrick. So Richmond certainly looking a lot better in this third term. Carlton haven't scored so far in this quarter. Cloak giving the Tigers plenty of drive. That's not a very well placed kick. Free kick to Carlton. Goes to Harms. But Cloak too strong, and that mark, that free kick went to Darryl Dunlop actually there for Carlton. Here's a chance for Barry Gill. Up towards centre half forward. Out comes Bazzusto, overruns it. Tempany for Richmond. His hand pass is well bottled up by Bazzusto. He did it pretty well. Cloakey's still in there, and umpire Robinson's going to bounce it. There's the big whale. Brian Robertson, interested spectator, I would imagine.
Pity the whale didn't make an appearance today. They thought that he'd at least come and take the first bounce.
Perhaps just feel as if he wasn't up to it. Landy off that left foot. Kevin Morris has just come back on the ground off the interchange bench. Down towards Jimmy Jess over his head. Oh, out the back. Have a look at this for KB. He's got a chance. Bruce DOULL there with Harms. Good play by Harms. Good tackle. Free kick, says umpire Robinson to Jimmy Jess for holding the ball.
Lovely tackle there by Jim Jess.
Short pass, oh, too far for Cameron Clayton. In goes Merv Keane. There's Southby for Carlton. Cool as you like out to Dixon. Dixon goes across here towards Ashman. Ashman will take the mark for the Blues. Oh, beautifully tackled by Morris. Gets it away to Barry Mulcair. Over to Pinnell.
Peter Fife.
Peter Fife on the ground. Laurie Fowler's there for Richmond. In goes Francis Burke. Oh, the ball wasn't out of bounds. Boundary umpire O'Leary. He's caught it out of bounds. I thought Francis kept it in.
Fife is up on Francis Burke.
Well done by Francis. I thought he kept it in, David Mackay.
Yes, I thought he was well inside the line. Played very well today, Francis.
Boundary umpire O'Leary. Up goes Dunlop. Oh, free kick for a high tackle on Burke.
One thing Francis Burke has not lost is any courage and his desire to win the ball, and it was shown beautifully on that occasion.
Carlton 7-6-48, lead Richmond 5-5-35 by 13 points. Hard up, gets his hands back onto it. The ball held to him. He's free kicked him for holding the ball. Barras has got the free. Roy's not all that happy. There's Barras over the DOULL. Touched off the boot. Good call, so the mark not paid. The ball comes out here towards Bergen. Stonehouse though. Landy to Cameron Clayton. Oh, look at this great running football across to Merv Keane. Down towards centre half forward. Southby one hand. JESS. Handball to Bartlett. There's an open goal, but Bartlett goes for the short pass. Roach, he'll run into the open goal. Oh!
Michael Roach.
He went too far with the reverse screw pump, but it doesn't matter. He's kicked the goal. That's the second goal to Roach. What beautiful running football by the Tigers. It's 6-5, 41 to Richmond, 7-6, 48 to the Blues. 2 goals now to Michael Roach.
Beautiful pass there by Kevin Bartlett. Showed that he's lost none of his great skills in being able to pass the ball. Could have gone for the goal. Perhaps he would have in years gone by, but now he's the coach of the side. Perhaps he's much more interested in team play, as he showed them with that lovely pass to Roach.
Cloak against Dunlop. Dunlop to Chandler. Chandler off the left boot. Oh, Bazzasto leading out from full forward. Absolutely magnificent lead and foot pass by Chandler. Now the Buzz will just about make the distance from here. The Blues haven't scored so far in this quarter. Can the Buzz get a score for the Blues? He will, but it's only a behind. Peter Bazzasto, 1 goal, 1 for Carlton. It's 7-7, 49 to 6-5, 41. The Blues lead the Tigers by 8 points.
The umpire hasn't finished waving. Well, wake up to yourself, will you, for God's sake. Wave it a bit quicker.
On you, Rexy.
Now we've just seen an action replay, and he's got it anyhow, Kennedy. Over the top to
Here's
Owen.
Owen at half back.
The ball goes down the wing.
Down towards Bartlett, punched away by Harms, out of bounds.
And the ball's over the boundary line and out of bounds.
That's number 24, Peter Fife.
Doing too much calling here, Richo.
He didn't.
Calling at all, son? Okay, must be that Tony car.
That was Barry Cameron in the close-up there. Kicked off the ground by Mervyn Kane. Here's a chance for the Tigers. Roach to Kane. Kane across towards Barry Rawlings. Rawlings back to Mervyn Kane. And he has put it through from behind. Bernie's lost his hat in the excitement down there. Mervyn Kane kicking him behind. So Richmond 6-6, 42, 7 points down. Carlton 7-7, 49.
Richmond is 6-6, 42 and Carlton 7-7, 49.
DOULL.
Goal umpire's wearing a Cubers today. The ball kicked outside 50.
There's Darryl Dunlop for Carlton. Dunlop at his Rex. Here's Ian Owen and Chandler. Owen kicked the ball forward for the Tigers. There's Barras. Bit slow, Ron, but he's bent down to pick it up. Gets it to Dixon. He runs into Barras. Couldn't get round him. Might use him as at the side screen at the MCG. Dunlop gets it towards Chandler, and Clokey has got the free kick for holding the ball. 49 to 42, the Blues in front. Bond's got it for Richmond. The Tigers doing all the attacking. Oh, pushing the back. Play on, says the umpire. Here's Mario Bortolotto. Now Southby. Out of bounds. Very smart kick by Southby. He's done that a few times in his career. And there's the Princess, Brian Wood of Richmond.
It's good play there by Southby. He showed that he's lost none of his skills in being able to put the ball out of bounds.
Oh, chance for the Tigers, the ball going into the forward pocket. There's DOULL with Bartlett. Make sure it went out of bounds with Brucey DOULL.
Midway between forward pocket and half forward. Back into play.
Perry Brown throws it back in. Southby back towards
Gets it out of defence.
Peter Fife. Couldn't hold the mark. It's taken by Mervyn Kane and Bruce DOULL. Oh, isn't he good?
Cool in defence.
Cross to Lucamitis, Andy Lucas, but Wayne Walsh is there for Richmond, and Walshy's got it at half forward.
In front of Barry Mulcair.
In short, Richmond plays everywhere, and Kevin Morris leaves it for Barry Rawlings, who was about to play on.
Rawlings been everywhere in this third period. He's shown that he's probably
Pop it
the
over the
fittest
top
player.
to Kevin Morris. Yes, he does. Lovely play.
No one picked that player up, and it's going to be Kevin Morris. Hey, Bron, that's your man.
Kevin Morris
Hey, Bron, over here for the 425.
can just about put it through from here. He's put it through. It's a point the difference. Kevin Morris has got a goal. As the siren sounds for three-quarter time, a big comeback by the Tigers. What a beauty. Three-quarter time, the Blues are 7-7-49, just 1 point up on the Tigers, 7-6-48.
Well, if Kevin Bartlett and I sat on the beach at Sereno, it'd look like a topless bather. Good to see you here, Kevin.
Good to see you, Rex, but of course you know as well as I know that we're solar-powered sex machines.
Well, I'll just tell Lynn that. I don't think she'll believe it. You made some smart comments on 3AW about if I went down, you need some Clydesdale horses to get me off. Is that right? You and Hafey again with your funny stories?
Well, we actually, we was thinking of maybe could take 2 Clydesdale horses, but after seeing you today, we've rang up, we've got an extra 2 coming from Carlton United Breweries. So we've got 4 Clydesdales.
You haven't seen Johnny Ronaldson or the Whale yet. I look like a Biafran wedged between 2 Ayers rocks.
Well, we've looked after Johnny too. We've got a Clark mobile crane for Johnny.
And what's the truth in the rumour that you're going to bow out gracefully and go after my job on 3AW? Is there any truth in that rumour?
No truth in that. Who could follow in the footsteps of Rex?
Well, Mike Williamson just said, watch out for your back. I thought, well, you might get out while the going's a bit tough. Let's get serious. It's disappointing we're here because of the predicament, but what a great thing it is to get all these guys together again. They were golden years.
Absolutely fantastic, Rex, and some of the guys, of course, we haven't seen a lot over recent years because they do come from far and wide, but there's some 40-odd players here today, and it's just fantastic, the spirit that has been built up over the years at the Richmond Football Club, and all the boys are here today, and it's just fantastic to see them.
Well, I know that Tommy will be calling on me for a bit of pace and you for a bit of marking power, so we look forward to a great game.
Thanks, Rex.
Mr. Richmond, Kevin Bartlett. 3 great things to come out of Tasmania have been the apple and, of course, the ocean trout. And the other is Royce Hart towards Richmond. Good to see you, Royce.
Good to be here, Rex, for Richmond.
What's the idea of walking in and saying I was in the wrong room and you thought I was Bruce DOULL? You reckon you're being smart or something?
Well, I thought that you were Bruce DOULL put on weight.
Oh, what about the hair, eh?
But we know that you can play better than Bruce DOULL, so that's a point in your favour, Rex.
Used to be all waves, now it's all beats. Great to see your young boy Damien in the scholarship squad. Do you get a bit of a kick out of seeing your son coming on?
Well, I like him to play. If he wants to play himself, he can do. It's good that they selected him to come across here and play against the Victorian players, but it's really up to him, Rex. As you know, with children, you can't push them.
Teddy Whitten and John Kennedy have found that out with their junior players, and they both did pretty well. Just tell us a bit about your boys. Is he a bit of a show?
Well, he's a left-footer, and that gives him a big chance. As you well realise, left-footers have a big start in the rest.
It's a shame that we had to be here today because of the predicament the club's in, but you played in the golden era. It must bring back some enormous memories that you probably cherish now more than ever before.
It certainly does, Rex, and I suppose all the Richmond supporters that went through the 60s and the 70s when the club was on top would really feel for the club when they're down there, and that's one of the reasons why I came back here. I love Tasmania, as you say, with the trout and such like. It's magnificent over there, but to come back here for Richmond gives me great pleasure because of their predicament, and we hope that we can get them out of it.
Who will ever forget Royce Hart when he first started as an 18-year-old in the 67 grand final, took that magnificent mark over Peter Walker and went on to become one of the game's great. Great to see you, Royce. Yeah. Now, tell me, what about the club? How do you see it going at the moment? They've had a little bit of turmoil.
Carlton Football Club?
Yes, exactly.
Well, it's a hard situation now with the rules coming in, the draft and the cap and all that makes it hard to get the players we used to get to before with the checkbook. But now we have to bring the players up through the under-19s and nurse them along. They're a little bit hard on Alex, but that's a ball game. I think Alex he knew that when he took it over as coach.
You suffered the same fate. I suppose that's ironical, isn't it?
We've gone down the gurgler together.
Yeah, I suppose one of your great memories was 72 when Richmond had defeated you quite convincingly after the replay of the drawn second semi. You came out, ran straight at McCullough, Jezza, Walls, Nichols, Jackson, all fired on the day. It must have been one of your great memories.
Yeah, it was a great memory. We were still smarting a bit after being beaten in 69 by Richmond, and we were really happy about winning that one. And unfortunately, we couldn't go on in 73, so they got their even back. But as you were saying, it was a wonderful memory, 72.
Brings back great memories. You're a great character, a great supporter of footy and the Carlton Footy Club, and hope you have a great day today, Percy
Thanks
Jones.
very much, Rex.
Okay, Percy.
I like your radio show too.
That's very nice. Give the man a cigar.
Here's Rod Ashman taking it away for the Blues.
And the ball came out from Ashman.
Out towards Andy Lucas. Lucas to Ashman. Ashman in towards half forward. This is big Darryl Dunlop. Bustling Billy. Puts it the wrong way. Here's a chance for the Blues. That's Ronnie Ocatel. No, it's not.
Tony Zoanetti.
Tony Zoanetti.
Zoanetti,
Wrong ground, son. The round ball now down towards the half forward line.
That was Ronnie Ocatel chasing after it.
Ball back in.
Perry Brown, the Bellevue umpire. That's Ronnie Ocatel tapping it down, but it goes to Mervyn Kane. Out towards Brian Wood, the Princess. Over to bustling Billy Barrett. Big long kick, Billy. Down towards Royce. Nice bounce for Royce. Going back, Curly Austin. In comes the ghost. Oh, beautiful tackle by... Oh, no! He's paid in the back, and listen to the Tiger fans saying...
Perfect tackle.
So Curly Austin gets the free kick on the wing on the members' side. Down towards half forward, Clokey goes up high. There's Tony Zoanetti. Oh, that's out of bounds. Going for a bit of pace down there, David, with Zoanetti and Ocatel on the line on this side.
Ron Ocatel wearing shoes, not boots. Billy Barrett's really being
There's
aggressive.
Paul Richardson. Customary hand pass across to Brian Wood. In towards Royce Hart. Tapped away by Austin, but Barry Rollings with pace. Short pass. Out comes Mario Bortolotto. He says play on as Fitzpatrick kicks it off the ground. Austin, this way, that away. Over to Andy Lucas. Oh, and he's kicked it wide for Tony Zoanetti. Tony Zoanetti. Yes, taking you 5 minutes, Rex, but you've got it right finally. Up was Bull Richardson, but it comes out the back to Ashman. On to Chandler. Chandler down towards Baird, leading out from full forward, kicked away by Tempany. Here's a chance for the Blues, that's Fife. In towards the forward pocket, all Richmond.
Oh, good mark.
And the mark taken by Emmett Dunn. Here he goes. Out to Francis Burke and centre half back. Oh, he almost threw that across to Mervyn Kane. Out towards Laurie Fowler. There goes Laurie using his pace. Tony Zoanetti's chasing him. No one home. And the mark's taken by Whitnell of Carlton.
John Warden.
John Warden, yes. Warden, thanks very much indeed, David. Just over the head of Fowler. Here's Ronnie Ocatel.
Oh, Ron.
A left foot kick. Oh, brilliant football by the Blues. But here's Tempany for Richmond.
Threaded himself well through there, Tempany.
Oh, what a mark
by
Kevin Morris in front of Andy Lucas. Carlton play to their strength on this side of the ground. He looks for Jess. Oh, Doull, punched it away. Fitzpatrick. Oh, poor kick. Here's a chance for the Tigers. Doull's got it though. Oh, look at this. That's magic, Bruce Doull. Down towards centre half forward. No one home. Landy for Richmond. He'll kick it out towards Francis Burke. Oh, he slipped. There's a chance. Bazzasto. No one home. Use your pace, Ronnie Ocatel. Taken by Tempany. And he's got chance to get it out to Cloak.
Tempany kicks it out to Cloak. Cloak's doing the fancy stuff. And what a magnificent pass.
Zoanetti has got a man of the match award for the player of the day.
And he's collapsed.
He's play on. So the ball's kicked in short. There's a chance for Graham Landy. Richmond coming out on the fence. Back to bustling Billy Barrett in the centre of the ground. Out to Brian Wood. Brian Wood will give it up to Bull Richardson. Go for a short pass, Woody. No, he goes down towards Roger Dean. Roger Dean, the lodger, and he tried to keep it in, couldn't do so. And she's out of bounds on the wing. And there, we no doubt who that supporter barracks for.
A great play in defence there from Graham Landy. He has been superb in this last few minutes of play.
Cloak against Fitzpatrick. Down to bustling Billy. Up to Lucas of Carlton. It's a point the difference. Carlton in front by a point. And Emmett Dunn takes the mark for the Tigers in the centre.
And a solid defender too, Emmett Dunn.
Dunn down towards centre half forward. Jess taps it away. Brian Wood's there. Tries to get it out to Cloak. He does. Here's a chance for the Tigers. Back to Wood. Out towards KB. Can Bartlett keep it in? Beautiful shepherding by Jess. The ball down towards half forward. Cruel bounce for Roger Dean. There's Gill. Kicked off the ground to Johnny Ronaldson. Hand pass to Morris. Open goal for the Tigers. He goes for a handball. Barry Rawlings. And the Tigers are in front. Barry Rawlings kicks the goal. The Tigers are in front. Richmond go to 8 goals, 6-54. Carlton 7-7-49. The Tigers lead by 5 points in the Battle of the Legends at Windy Hill. As goal umpire Peter McKenna waves the 2 flags.
A lovely chain of handballs there from the Tigers, and it really looks as if they're fair dinkum. They want to win this game, and finished off beautifully there by Rawlings. Been one of the Tigers' better players all day, and it'd only be fitting if Rawlings kicked the goal that put the Tigers in front.
Good bounce by Robinson. Cloak, oh, look at the thump out of the centre by Cloak. There's Barry Mulcair. Good tackle. The hand pass comes across from Kane. Bustling Billy. Long kick, Billy Barrett. Drop kick. Oh, Bruce Doull almost a one-hander. Fantastic, but wasn't it great to see that drop kick by Billy Barrett from centre half forward almost score a goal.
Not quite as penetrating as the drop kicks in that late 60s grand final, but nevertheless, Billy Barrett showed they can still kick a drop kick.
Ronaldson gets the tap. There's Mario Bortolotto back to the centre, and a mark has been paid to Carlton.
Paul O'Brien, former Echuca forward, currently living in Warrnambool.
There's Peter Fife, handball, but it goes to Merv Kane. Kane, a chance. Back towards Laurie Fowler, and we're going to have a bounce. And the Tigers are leading by 5 points. I reckon that Richmond timekeeper might blow the siren if the Blues get any closer. 54 to 49.
They've got their big guns on now. Billy Barrett really giving some drive out of the centre.
Knocked out by Bazasto.
Chance there for O'Brien, but he gets it to Morris. Here's the ball, big ball, Richardson over to bustling Billy, waited for it to bounce, clean bowls, Barry Mulcair. Here's Roger Dean, over to Graham Landy. He'll almost kick a goal from here, Graham Landy. He will kick a goal. And the Tigers are looking pretty good. Graham Landy, that's his first goal. And they go to an 11-point lead. 9-6, 60 to 7-7. 49, and Graham Landy's beautiful long left foot kick stretches that Tiger lead to 11 points, 60 to 49.
Lovely play in that passage there from that great Tiger veteran, Roger Dean. A beautiful left-hand hand pass across to Landy, and Landy, perhaps one of the more athletic Tigers out there today, had no trouble in finishing it off with a lovely long goal.
Robinson bouncing. Cloak gets it, Barrett brilliant in the last corner, but Warden takes it for Carlton. Here's a chance. Bazasto, long, out towards Francis. He goes down towards Ronnie Ocatel.
Oh, he's held it.
Oh, Ronnie Ocatel.
Surprised everyone, including himself then, Ron.
In towards full forward. And it's across the line from behind. We'll give that one to Ronnie Ocatel. He certainly deserved it. 7-8-50, 9-6-60, a 10-point lead to the Tigers in this final term.
So here we are now.
Emmett Dunn. Nice short pass. Barry Rawlings for Richmond in the back pocket.
Green from Traralgon has got this kick. Moe, I'm sorry.
I thought that was a brand of champagne.
Wasting time, controversial decision by Ian Robinson. And he's taken off him. Shades of Mike Fitzpatrick against Essendon up at Princes Park in 1981.
Ordinary decision, that one.
Is Fife or bad? Fife. And he's missed it to behind. The kick by Fife. 1 point only.
9 points is the difference.
Richmond a 9-6-60, Carlton 7-9-51. Controversial decision by Ian Robinson on Barry Rawlings.
Not long to go in this game.
Emmett Dunn.
And Dunn kicks it out, looking for Landy.
Landy, despite pressure from O'Brien, takes the mark.
In front of O'Brien at Carlton.
I wouldn't waste too much time, son. The relieved coach, Tommy Hafey, feels that he might have it won.
A big long kick goes down to the wing position.
Here's a chance for Richmond, but comes back to Ashman, to Fitzpatrick. Chance for the Blues, a long kick by Fitz into the open goal, bouncing, it curls back, but not far enough. 1 point only to kick by Mike Fitzpatrick. Carlton 7-10-52. Richmond 9-6-60. The scoreboard boys have got a bit excited.
He looks very fresh, Berg. And the Garbola just comes off this afternoon.
Timpany.
Away by Owen.
Out towards Ian Owen, he won't try and pick it up. Up towards the wing, Francis there first. In goes Brian Wood. On to Tony Zoanetti, lovely left foot kick. Down towards Ronnie Ocatel. Oh, look at that from Mark. Francis Burks hasn't aged a minute.
Stalwart in defence.
Scoreboard's got Carlton 62, and in fact they're only 52. And the Princess Brian Wood marks on the wing. Down towards Emmett Dunn. And he takes the mark. Richmond looking pretty good. He's got the big bull in the centre of the ground.
Jimmy Jess calling for it wide.
Look at this, he's all on his own. Roachy will fly, but the Ghost's got it. Oh, Jimmy Jess.
Made good position there, Jim Jess, and called for it. And a good kick from Brian Wood. But even better mark by Jim Jess.
And the kick by Jess is just offline. 1 point only. Jesse's kicked 3 goals. 9-7-61 to 7-10-52. 9 point lead to the Tigers. I think Richmond have got it won as Bortolotto kicks in. Look at that for a beautiful long kick. And there's Curly Rod Ashman across to Bazusto. Bazusto, oh, down towards Baird at full forward, but Tempany's going to clear for the Tigers if the ball doesn't beat him. He's got it though, Bruce Tempany. Cool defence. Then goes for the short pass, not a particularly good kick, but it'll come off. Across to Landy from Kane. And Morris has got it on the wing on the outer side. So it's 61-52. Richmond in front by 9 points. Morris across. Landy, what's that long left foot kick? Oh, beautiful. Down to Bartlett. Kevin Bartlett. Down in the forward pocket.
Winning a weak supply of fish and chips from the Waverley.
And there's the kick by Kevin Bartlett. Offline. And 1 point only kick by KB. He hasn't got a goal today. He'd be disappointed with that. Richmond 9-8-62. They're 10 points up on Carlton. They were 7-10-52.
7 goals, 10 Carlton. It's not level, that's sure it can't be.
Bortolotto, oh, in the back. Should be a free kick to Cloak. He'll get it. Cloak to Dunn. Dunn short. Jess. Lovely play by Richmond. Oh, he went for a handball to Barrett. Use your pace, bustling Billy. He's got it though. Ducks his head. Oh, he gets it away towards Brian Wood. Out of bounds it goes. He's been free kick for holding the ball.
Bill tried to use his weight and pace then, but unfortunately not to good effect.
A Richmond one.
Peter Francis.
A Richmond ball. Well, we'll see if we can find a Richmond ball after, son.
And Emmett Dunn is marked. On the mark, Pinner-Pennell. Dunn, the centre half forward.
And Billy Barrett is being held. Over the top
Bartlett.
Bartlett trying to get it going. And Bartlett grabs
Over the shoulder, says umpire Robinson. Bartlett gets a rather lucky free kick.
He's going to pay him a free kick. And Kevin Bartlett has got an
Here's the lead.
He's going to kick it all over.
Michael Roach marks in the forward pocket. Well within kicking distance. 62 to 52, the Tigers in front. Time running out from the Blues.
17:52 and Roach has taken the mark over Cat Blotto, standing the mark.
Michael Roach has kicked 2 goals for the Tigers. Jimmy Jess has dobbed 3.
And he's kicked. Behind.
Just missed offline and 1 point only. 2-1 to Michael Roach. Richmond 9-9-63 there, 11 points up. Carlton need to get 2 goals in a couple of minutes here as DOULL goes out to Warden. Oh, 15 metres against Morris. He plays on. Fitzpatrick for Carlton. Here's Francis running strongly.
He'll use a bit of pace.
Short in towards Barry Gill. Look out, Clokey was there. Barry Gill keeps the ball moving. Out there is O'Brien pushing the back. Oh, there's Warden again with Morris. And umpire Robinson will call for about 6. Time's run out for the Blues here, David Mackay. Richmond up by 11 points.
Richmond are playing a very good brand of football. They're moving the ball quickly, and their marking power in the forward line has just been too strong for the Blues.
More than 20,000 fans at Windy Hill, and they've paid more than $80,000 for the Save the Tigers Fund. Richmond are leading 63 to 52. There's Bull Richardson. Beautiful, but it goes to Barry Gill. The siren sounds. It's all over. It's all over at Windy Hill, and the perfect result. The Tigers have won, as they did over Carlton in the 69 and 73 grand finals. 9-9-63 to Carlton, 7-10-52, a winning margin of 11 points for the Tigers. Cameron Schwab introducing the Richmond players. Barry Rawlings first up.
Johnny Ronaldson.
One of the better players, Barry Rawlings.
Big Johnny Ronaldson. A couple of constructive hand passes from
Billy Barrett.
Good on you, bustling Billy Barrett. Bugsy.
Bugsy played well, showed a lot of aggression to win the ball in that last quarter.
Robbie McGee, another one to change Brighton early.
10 seconds, Barry Cameron.
Barry.
Jimmy Jess.
Oh, one of the best on the ground with his 3 goals. Jimmy Jess.
Cameron Clayton.
Certainly a little heavier than he was in his playing days. Cameron Clayton.
Eric Leach.
Richmond official now, Eric Leach.
Kenny Stonehouse.
Pretty good contributor, Ken Stonehouse.
Graham Bergen.
As was Graham Bergen on the half-back line.
And a very good first quarter, Graham Bergen.
Hart.
Royce, the Tiger skipper.
One and only Kevin Buff.
KB.
Solid contribution from the Tiger coach.
Didn't kick a goal, though. Wayne Walsh, he stripped early, too.
Ricky McLean.
Big Ricky, another one who changed early.
Ricky got a solid knock in that first quarter.
Graham
I think he suffered quite a bit from it.
Bondi.
Bull Richardson.
And the big Bull.
Mike Perry.
Huge man, Bull Richardson.
Mike Perry, one of Melbourne's leading photographers.
And a big hand for the man who's in the commentary today, Rex Hunt.
Didn't see much action on the field. Certainly heard a lot of him. Rexy.
David Cloak. Peter Lachlan.
The country boy, Peter Lachlan.
Roach.
Roachy. 2 goals.
The Tigers played well too. Terrific last half by Bruce Tempany.
Still looks pretty fit.
Mervyn Kane.
He could run a marathon, Bruce Tempany. Solid contribution also from Merv.
Graham
Played well
Landy.
around the centre.
And
did Graham Landy.
Dashing game from Graham Landy, who kicked the long goal to put the Tigers in front.
Francis Burke, probably one of the best players on the day, and certainly of the older brigade. Terrific game by Francis Burke, and showed that he's lost none of his aggression to win the ball and his courage.
Got done coming up after Brian Wood.
Kevin Morris.
Kevin Morris certainly played a solid game for the Tigers.
Laurie Bell.
Rory Fowler. Here's mine host from Il Gambero, Frankie Di Martina, changed already. Well done, Frank.
Time to do business, I think. Ian Owen.
He could also run a marathon, I think, David.
A bit of trouble picking the ball up today, Ian, but...
Well done, Neville. Terrific. It's been a great day for the Tigers. He showed the spirit early in the game.
One more player, Roger Dean. A mighty fury went from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin. Lifting heads, where the Tigers never find the fight and fight and sing forever Tigerland. We never weak until the pride of Ireland's gone. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold forever Tiger. Yellow and black squares from Tigerland.
You're a good dog, mate. Yeah, you're a